Today, we're going to build a perfect SCUF controller to use in Warzone. A SCUF controller can make your game experience a lot better, and a lot of you are probably thinking, is the price worth it? So in today's video, we'll go over customizing our own controller and to see if it's right for you. Let's get into it. All right, first thing we're going to do is obviously visit the SCUF website. And here we are. So I'm going to click customize because for us, we want to modify and customize our own controller to our own liking, right? So I'm going to click here and you have two different options, right? You can get the PlayStation version or the Xbox. So for me, I'm used to the PlayStation controller. So I will pick this, and this is the PS5 controller. So note that this is not the DualShock, it's actually the DualSense. And I'm going to click customize. So this is the reflex and wait for it to load up. All right, so here we are. The first option that we pick is the color, right? So this is really your own preference. You can pick from the basic colors over here. This looks pretty nice, right? You can see the new colors over here. And there's the more expensive designer colors, right? So I think for me, I kind of like this one, elevation. All right, so we're gonna go with this one. All right, so faceplate trim. So I will go for a clean white one, right? That looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna click next over here. So now we're over here on the left thumbstick. So we have four options here. We have short concave, short domed, long concave, and long domed, right? So for me, I'm always used to having the left side short, and I like the feel of the concave, right? So I'm gonna go with the default option. So the only reason why we would need the long option is if we want extra precision with our analog stick, right? And that really goes with aiming. We don't really need precision with our movement when you go forwards or backwards, or if you're strafing left or right. We wanna move right away. With a short stick, it's more responsive and that will help with our movement. So I will stick with the short concave. And now we get to pick a color. So not a lot of options here. This one looks pretty nice. I think I'll stick with the black. All right, so now we're here on the right thumbstick, and instead of going short, I would recommend going for a long option. For me, I am used to concave, so I'm always gonna pick concave, but it's really preference if you like concave or if you like long domed, but I'm gonna pick the long concave. And over here, we'll pick black as well. But yeah, we always wanna pick long, so it helps with our precision. And now we're here on the left ring. I am going to pick white and it's looking pretty nice so far. And this one's gonna be white as well. Click next. All right, so now we're here with the bumper / trigger type. So you can see here that there's two options. One is standard and one is instant. So with the standard, that's the same kind of bumper that you get with the stock PS5 controller. So you get the full range of motion, but we don't want that, right? What we want is the instant triggers. So with instant triggers, it feels more like a mouse click and it requires very, very little movement to activate the trigger, right? So right when you click it, you'll notice a way faster response. And this is really good, say if you have like a single firing gun, like a pistol, you'll notice that you can fire a lot quicker when you use the instant trigger, right? So with FPS games like Warzone, we want to pick the second option all the time. All right, so now we're here at the colors. So for me, I think I might just go with like an all white version. So I'm gonna click next, and with the triggers, yeah, I'm gonna click all white over here. And the D-pad going all white here. So like for you, this is gonna be all up to you and your preference. This is gonna be white as well. Home button, I think this will be white too. And now we get to pick the grip, right? So for me, I like the black. And we can either pick no grip or grip. It's really preference for you. If you feel like your hands get pretty sweaty or clammy, then maybe pick the grip. But for me, in my own experience, I never really liked the grip. So I'm just gonna pick no grip over here. All right, so now we're in the last option here with rumbles. So for me, I never use vibration whenever I play Warzone. And if you do, I would highly recommend you to turn it off. But you can see here that we actually paid like $10 for them to take it out. So I would just leave it in. I think the only benefit with picking the second option is the controller might be a little bit lighter, but for me, that doesn't really matter, right? So I'm just gonna leave this in, save like $10 and just manually turn it off in the game settings. And I think we are done. And the total for the SCUF controller is $330. So is the price worth it? Well, I guess we're about to find out. So all I have to do now is just check out and wait for the controller to arrive.
1 week later.
So So guess what I got? All right, so here's the box. And voila. All right, so let's check this out. All right, so here is the controller, right? So that's beautiful. Holy, that is nice. That is nice. And so you can see here that we have the long and the short, right? So on the left side, we have the short one, and on the right side, we have the long one, right? And going over the back, you can see the 4 back pedals. I'm not sure if the camera can see that, but there's 4 back pedals. And this will allow you to either jump or slide or even use any other buttons that you want to remap to these paddles. So this is going to be super useful if you don't want to take your thumb off the right analog stick, and you can just freely jump and slide with no problem at all. And the last thing we're going to check out is the triggers, right? So if you recall, we picked the digital triggers, right? That's beautiful, see? And you can probably hear it, that it feels like a mouse click, right? So it's for all of them, and it feels nice. Look at that. But yeah, that is it, guys. That is the SCUF controller that we have right now, and man, that is beautiful. So it might take me a while to get used to this controller because of all the back pedals, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave me in the comments below if you ever owned a SCUF controller or if you're gonna purchase one in the future. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe because we're such a small channel and every little bit of support matters. But until next time, YouTube, peace.